Good day, everyone. My name is Franklin Diaz from Bachelor of Technology and Livelihood Education 7A. So today I'm going to speak about the transportation. Now we have here the transportation of the world contributed a huge impact to the economy. We are now living in a modern world wherein we are depending on the advanced technologies. But one of the most invention and technically imparted enormous benefits to human being was the wheel, which became a transportation. How this invention affects our living. However, 1,000 years ago, we were simply living in an undemanding world without cars or even motorcycles to go to faraway places. Instead, we used to walk or riding a horse. How far or long are you willing to walk? Would you walk to the store if it's 35 minutes away? What transportation method will be common 50 years in the future? Moreover, we have so many questions ahead. Perhaps those are an ideas that triggers our attention. Then such thing, it comes to our mind how this invention changed everything and feels the satisfaction of the life of human being and it become more proficient. As time went by, the wheel has created. Subsequently, there were processes how things are evolved. As the creation or invention of the cars, motorcycles, buses, and so many others, its impact has significantly affect every individuals to reach their fulfillment. Nowadays, we can directly travel to the lower part of the world by the invention of the transportation. Hence, there are advantages and disadvantages for the passengers or cold commuters as they go and travel. This will let you know the purpose of transaction, the benefits, learning outcomes, and contribution or an impact of transportation. In a contrary, since we are living in advanced technologies, everything becomes easy and moderate. Come to realize that such thing happened for the betterment of the world. We really meant to like this way of living. There was a student when he was an elementary level until high school. 1,000 times happened in his life. He walked approximately 3 kilometers ahead every day from their house to school and vice versa. So, what do you think is the use of transportation in his era? And that transportation was very nonsense. Why? Because he live in the environment where there are many trees and slope area that even motorcycle cannot access the pathways. That's why he used to walk for almost 12 years when he go to school. Such an interesting experiences. So how is he right now? Same the very first time in his life that he experienced riding motorcycles, buses, and jeeps as he continued to college. Otherwise, not called an ignorant, for it was only his school experiences and not for his entire life. The effects and disadvantages of transportation activities impose significant indirect and external costs, including the traffic congestion, road and parking facility costs, accident risk, plus air and noise pollution. Transportation activities and facilities affect community development patterns. Meanwhile, its advantages is to move people and goods to different neighborhood, cities, states, and countries, and it allows people in those various places to trade and do business together. Nowadays, in the view of fact that we are definitely depending on the transportation, we cannot even walk at least 1 kilometer. We cannot afford to walk at least 35 minutes away. It comes to our mind that why do we put ourselves in a situation we are not comfortable to? There is transportation. Then why would I give burden to myself? I can ride instead of walk. The enormous impact of transportation, there are also a number of individuals become vulnerable to it knowing that everything is under manipulation of the said invention. Therefore, transportation is important because it facilitates exchange and travel. Without transportation, the different regions become isolated from each other. Improved transportation plays an important role in a country's economic growth, tourism industry, and infrastructure. Student travels for many reasons. Spending lots of time traveling to school could have adverse effects on student health, safety, and academic outcomes. Going to school outside their neighborhood can mean leaving behind social supports and connections to other neighborhood children. And when student transportation is provided by the city, district, or school, it can take money away from other important costs like teachers or instructional materials. Through transportation, we go beyond limits. That's all for transportation, and thank you. Have a blessed day ahead.